An Iran-backed group, the Islamic Resistance in Iraq, has claimed responsibility for a series of bold drone strikes targeting Israeli sites, including military bases and critical infrastructure. In a statement, the group asserted that it launched high-tech drones to strike significant Israeli military targets located in the southern occupied territories and the Golan Heights, further heightening tensions in the region. Footage purportedly showing the launch of these drones has since been released, underscoring the group's commitment to escalating its campaign against Israeli assets. According to the Islamic Resistance in Iraq, the strikes represent a message of resistance aimed at Israel and its allies, timed amid ongoing conflicts involving Iran-linked groups and regional allies. These drone assaults, described as highly coordinated and leveraging advanced technology, appear to demonstrate both the reach and sophistication of Iranian-aligned militias across the Middle East. The Islamic Resistance in Iraq indicated that it had deployed specialized, high-capability drones to evade Israeli defense systems, with the strikes marking a strategic escalation against Israeli-held territories. The attacks on military and infrastructure sites have raised concerns among Israeli defense officials, who are now on heightened alert for additional strikes. These drone incursions, if confirmed, underscore the increasing capability of Iran-backed militias to conduct precision attacks against high-value targets. The rapid deployment of advanced drones, controlled and launched from distant locations, reflects a level of operational sophistication that has posed challenges for Israel's air defense systems, which are continually adapting to evolving threats from unmanned aerial systems. For Israel, which has invested heavily in defensive measures such as the Iron Dome and David Sling systems, the recent wave of drone activity from Iranian-aligned forces highlights the emerging need for adaptive counter-drone strategies capable of countering a range of unmanned aerial vehicles. Israeli forces are evaluating these defenses, with a focus on strengthening counter-drone capabilities to manage this growing threat from non-state actors that have enhanced access to sophisticated weapons systems through Iran's support. The Islamic Resistance in Iraq, a known proxy force within the Iranian military network, has claimed these strikes as part of a larger regional pushback against Israeli influence. As this group has been implicated in previous attacks targeting US and coalition forces in Iraq and Syria, its pivot to direct attacks on Israeli sites could signify a shifting tactic within Iran's proxy strategy. Iran's regional network, which includes groups in Iraq, Lebanon, and Yemen, has increasingly employed unmanned drones to amplify their reach and impact while operating under the radar of traditional defense mechanisms. Iran's use of proxy groups and sophisticated weaponry has become an integral part of its approach to challenging Israeli and American influence across the region, with militias often acting as both a deterrent and a destabilizing force. The growing reliance on unmanned systems like drones enables Iran-backed groups to project power and deliver attacks with a lower risk of immediate military backlash. The deployment of such technology indicates an investment in more advanced tools that provide these groups with a significant strategic advantage, allowing them to carry out precise, controlled strikes without exposing ground personnel. Israel has consistently warned of Iran's increasing drone capabilities and its support for regional proxies, pointing to the need for preemptive and defensive strategies. With these recent incidents, Israel's military leadership has reportedly instructed its defense forces to maintain heightened surveillance along vulnerable border zones and critical installations. This security response reflects a broader regional tension where Israeli assets, including military infrastructure, are vulnerable to expanding asymmetric tactics employed by Iran-backed groups. These drone strikes by the Islamic Resistance in Iraq come at a time of heightened geopolitical volatility, with multiple state and non-state actors testing the boundaries of conflict and defense capabilities across the Middle East. As regional powers continue to grapple with the implications of proxy warfare, the recent drone activity further underscores the evolving complexity of these threats. The next steps taken by Israel in response, whether through direct retaliation, increased defensive posturing, or strategic deterrence, will likely influence the intensity and frequency of future confrontations involving Iranian-aligned forces and Israeli targets.